Welcome back to X4 Split Vendetta, and as you can see, our player HQ is just coming off build with our first dock available in about 10 seconds or so, and that may well advance the plot a little bit, and we can see some dialogue happening. That's just local pirates wherever I'm sitting in space, and let's see what happens. Everything should be fine, I would imagine, so that should be 100, and that should be that done.
Well done. I have been watching your progress with much interest. When you dock, see if you can access any of the internal structures from an elevator.
Okay, so it's saying, hey, go dock, and we'll go ahead and do that. However, I just wanted to let you know, on the other station that we built, the silicon wafer, I think it was silicon wafers, wasn't it? Let's take a look. Yeah, silicon wafer production, that's just sitting there not doing anything. There's enough funds, and you can see there is stuff coming in from for Claytronics, I think. Yeah, so as soon as all that comes in, it should actually start construction, but for now, everything is fine with it. We just don't get it just yet. So
Scanner results show that you're all clear.
yes, I know everything's all clear. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, where was I? So that's all done. I've got 11.5 million. Tiny amount due from trades, and that's because I've got these training. I'm going to set up a lot more actually just training. They're just going to be just sitting in Argon Prime or wherever, it doesn't matter which system. They're largely just sitting there learning how to mine. Unlike in X3, which is another plug for the different tutorial in the, well, different playthrough, if you like, in the channel, which is more about X3 doesn't really have mining ships. You can do it, but it's laborious and awful and weird. In X3, you sort of, it's much better for you to just stick a mine on a large asteroid, and there is basically a mine, it's a station that's yours, that happily churns out whatever you want, unlike in X4. Anyway, back to X4. Yes, and let's go across to our player HQ. So I just need to go across there and set up a few things. I think we're pretty much okay. I don't think I've got any more exploration. It's been about half an hour since the last episode as far as in-game time is concerned, so plenty of stuff to get going. Anyway, I'm going to set course to... oh, we've already got set a course to that, so that's fine. I just have to follow the orange line. Where's the orange line gone? Nearest? Yeah, so let's head there and boost. Come on. There we go. See you in a minute. Anyway, we come towards our player HQ, and we're going to want to actually dock there, so we're going to get a little bit closer. You can see it's already got us sort of set up, so let's head over there. And where are we going to go from here? Shift D.
Out of docking range.
Get a little bit closer. How about now?
Out of docking range.
How about now?
Out of docking range.
Really? We're getting to 5 kilometers? There we go. Okay, let's boost ourselves in and let's go and see what's going on. Obviously, there's nothing else attached to the player HQ at all at the moment. It's literally just the dock and nothing else, so we shouldn't get lost. Oh, yeah. Shouldn't boost into the docking area. And there we go.
Successfully docked.
Yeah, so let's get up and we can head out at the bottom of the ship, and then we should have a teleporter as normal to get around the ship. So in here.
No, it appears we're still locked out from direct access. It seems I have no choice. I must leave my current location and join you on that station. Your help would be greatly appreciated. I will send instructions. I didn't expect I would need to enact this escape plan so abruptly. Fast combat ship is preferable.
It's sort of a combat ship. I mean, it's got 2 guns and some shields. Probably a good point to save the game. I would normally overpower this by getting a much later combat ship, but last time I tried that in a previous playthrough, I think I may have killed the pirate so fast that the quest system broke. So yeah, let's try it with this one, and let's see how well it goes. Just a slight critique about the size of these ships more than anything else. I mean, look, you can see the size of the cockpit. It's most of this ship that's available in size. But yet, when I get on board and get in the pilot seat, that captain goes into there and goes somewhere. Where he goes, I've no idea. There's no space for him to go anywhere, because all the rest of it is guns. Unless he just, like, folds himself into that vent, I've no idea. Anyway, ships are a bit too small, But that's just me as far as that's concerned. I'm going to get going and get on with the player mission. So let's go and tick there. Let's just undock. We don't need to stay here any longer. And that sounds like there's a combat test for us to take a look at. So that ship right there needs to have a little bit of an argument with us. Okay. That's a little bit better than the first ship I had, which was really kind of problematic to try and take down shields. So why don't we just slow ourselves down so we can line up. And that's much better. Do we not get any kind of loot? No? Okay. Oh, looks like someone else wants to go. Fine, I'll cut forwards until we've actually taken care of all of our little visitors who don't really like our station whatsoever. And once you've taken care of them, you can, of course, bring in all the loot. And we got spacefly eggs and spacefly caviar. That's probably illegal. I guess we can just go and take a look at that. Is there anything that we can just discard? Spacefly eggs are illegal, and the price is like 50 grand. I don't care about those whatsoever. So we can get rid of them. Okay. Fine, so on with taking a look at where we need to go next. So, in our player HQ mission, this is now green. That's good. Means I don't have to touch it for the moment. It does say recently new manager. I'm just going to leave that alone for the moment. And then escape plan is our main mission. So, open the briefing for that. Oh, in fact, it just says applied to Argon Prime. So, that's active. And Argon Prime would happen to be the place that we just flew from. So, thanks, I guess, Boron. We're going to head this way and head all the way back again. Okay, so passing the Davidian mines in second contact and heading straight into Argon Prime, where hopefully we'll get the next step. Okay, leave the highway in 18, 17, 16, so it's probably going to be somewhere in the middle of the...
I am beginning to feel a bit tense.
Yeah, it's up near the top end.
I have further refined the plan. Please take a look.
Okay, we need to head off in that direction, so let's head that way. And it says further refine the plan, but I don't think it's really doing anything other than saying, hey, go right here, and do nothing else. Let's take a look at the missions. Is there anything else that's there? No, it just says fly to Argon Prime. Okay, off we go down to this. How far are we actually away? Oh, not terribly far at all. We're about to fly right past it. So let's bring ourselves out.
I have further refined the plan. Please take a look.
Now we open the mission briefing. Fine. Start the capturing tutorial to learn about taking over a ship. Open briefing. Escort ship to station. Wait for ship to launch. Escort ship out of sector.
I wish to escape the station via a chartered freighter. There are actually multiple ships involved, as to confound anyone wishing to track me. I would like you to protect any ship which should get into trouble.
Okay, this is have opened the briefing. And fly to Argon Mercury Vanguard, which is all the way over here. Hopefully this ship is not going to get stuck. I think it's the same step I did get stuck on last time, so let's head out there and see where it is. No, it's quite close. Okay. That's not going to be too bad. And what is it going to be now? Fly to that. Okay. Slow ourselves down. There is a match speed key. I just never remember what it is. In fact, why don't we just take a look at what that actually is? So settings, controls, and general, maybe? Yeah, so match speed will be in here somewhere. Match target speed is shift and X. Okay, by default anyway. So shift and X. Cool. And then we just have to actually approach it. Oh, that's getting away. I'll hit shift and X when we get a lot closer. Wow, you're getting away. Travel mode.
Requesting permission to dock.
Okay, closing in. And yep, it's docking, so we just have to wait for him to pick something up, I think. And then it's going to leave and then head out of the system.
We'll be scanning your cargo home. We've detected contraband.
Yes.
Contraband immediately. Releasing cargo now.
Okay, wait for ship to launch.
Please wait
Shouldn't take it
for the
very long.
ship to conclude its business. It will launch shortly.
It's looking like it's now launching. It's a cut forward's about 20-30 seconds. It didn't take it very long at all. And if that's the ship, that is. Hopefully it is.
Please protect this ship from any harm. While it is a decoy, I would rather no harm comes to the crew.
Oh, go on. Scorpion out of the sector, so it shouldn't really much matter. In fact, it's right next to the highway, so escorting out of the sector should not take it very long at all, and we shouldn't get attacked, really. But, hey, I guess we'll see.
We've detected contraband.
Okay, and approaching the highway. As soon as that contacts, it should whip off to the right-hand side. And then we'll be following it. There it goes.
Successfully aboard my transport and en route to the installation.
Where is the boron?
I will check security logs. Oh, that didn't take long at all. It seems my disappearance has been noticed. I expect my ship is at a safe distance. I can't say the same for the others. Please be alert.
I will order our ships to intercept targets.
You will join them while I investigate further.
Yes, brother.
Okay, so it says fly to the ship. Where is the ship? It's off the... How it ends up off the highway, I do not know. But it's off the highway again, so let's boost onto the highway and then just get back straight back off again, hopefully. And it'll be around here, so let's get off. And there's the ship. So, yeah, we'll just follow that along, and maybe it has to fly out of the sector manually to give us an opportunity to be attacked by the mission, I imagine.
I've successfully docked.
Oh, no, wait.
Begin my work.
Okay, fine.
My, this structure is far more impressive in person than I expected.
No, that's not happening.
Then prepare to die.
Good fight.
Requesting immediate backup.
Okay, so it looks like we are going to be attacked. There was some red icons appearing, which will likely be the people coming after us, I would imagine. How far are they away? They are quite close. So, yeah, maybe we should take a look at them and have some fun. So, I'm going to have to destroy those, and I'll bring you back once I'm done with that. And after destroying that ship or two, everything went fine. It says he's basically moved on board the station, so we can now go and head there. So again, back it is to the player HQ. Thankfully, the highway makes this really like a minute-long trip at most. So yeah, I'll cut forwards again, but everything worked fine this time, no problems. And let's head to our player HQ. I don't think I've really covered this in detail, but just a bear in mind for a travel tip. When you're in travel mode, you can use control space to disengage your sort of your directional correction, if you like. So you can turn sideways to the way you're traveling. So, for example, I can turn sideways like this. Happens to be really handy when you're trying to move around. So if we just do re-engage them again, your ship is very, very fast, and disable it. And very fast turning, and then you re-enable it, and it turns and heads in a direction. And you can whip yourself quite tight corners to get wherever you actually want to go to.
Enter the elevator.
Okay, we were invited by a faction representative to be rewarded. We're going to head to our player HQ, but faction representative... let me take a look at where are you. It's in my player information, probably. Factions and relations? Yeah, it looks like we hit +10 with Argon, so I should be able to buy more ships from them. That would be nice if I get a better ship from them. I'd sort of prefer a split, considering this split Vendetta is new, but given that the other family over there is really quite upset with us, I'd rather have a nice ship before I go back and they try and, well, perforate the ship with holes to make it look more like Mimitar from EVE Online. Trust the rust, as it might seem in EVE Online. Anyway... let's head back to our dock and let's see if our little buddy is ready to talk. And that's a lot better. Getting closer. Nice if you could arrive a fair bit closer than that even, but
Docking granted.
yeah, close enough. There we go. And let's get up.
Successfully docked.
And let's let our captain unfold himself or herself from wherever she goes. In fact, that's probably not even a transporter. This door probably shuts and she just stands there and just waits. Yeah, that's That's clearly how it works. Okay, that's fine. Let's head down and see whether our friend is available in their science laboratory. Yeah, that looks like it's promising.
Aha! At last, we meet face to face.
I'm obviously the most attractive split in the world. Anyway, this is a good point to talk about Split Vendetta. Now, previously in the original game, when you got to this point, it was quite easy to go through the research tree. It was, you just chose the option, it unlocked after a bit, and then you chose another option, it unlocked after a bit, and you ended up with teleportation, which is sort of one of the objectives you get to, so you can move around your fleet without having to actually move your ship around, which is extremely fast. In the first game, sorry, not in the first game, X3, there's many extra games, okay, so I'm talking about the other game I'm running on the channel at the moment. There is a jump drive, and the jump drive is a much faster way of getting around. You don't really have a jump drive in this game. It's very nice to have it, but the thing with the jump drive in X3 is more that what tends to happen is you tend to jump entire fleets around and Zerg rush with your entire fleet, whereas this, you can't really do that, so it's a different way of having your fleet run. Anyway, we get talking, and let's see what the changes are in Split Vendetta for our research tree, which is what this guy's gonna, well, this girl, Bozo Ta, is gonna take us to.
This installation is equipped for habitation of all races, and this room seems to be some sort of research area. I expect I could spend years poring over the data contained in these systems.
Is there anything I can help with, perhaps?
Yes, I have already made some progress. There appears to be several things we can research at this facility. Please take a look.
Okay, so access the research menu. It's going to be up here, I would imagine. One of these options. Research, yes. So you can
As
see...
you can see,
yeah.
there is much to do.
She's going to talk.
I personally find mention of this teleportation irresistible, but I leave it up to you to decide what we research first. Please note that these research items have certain requirements.
Okay, so teleportation.
It appears some Terran technology was being used to research teleportation over long distances.
Fine, so a byproduct of Terran warp research, this allowed teleportation at an individual of limited range. And you can see we've got range increases as we get further and further across. So level 3 is the entire jump gate network. Level 2 is within 3 to 5. And then 1 to 3 is range 1. And teleportation is probably just in the same sector, I would imagine.
This will allow you to
Let's have a
gain
look.
blueprints by scanning leaks on certain modules.
Okay, so we can scan modules and pick up blueprints to save us an awful lot of money. If you really want that, we're going to be making enough money that shouldn't really matter. But hey, it's up to you. Steel production module blueprints. Okay, so all 3 of these are just basically scanning stuff for different kind of module blueprints, and the same thing in for the habitation modules in the middle. So we know what that entire middle section is. And then we get chassis mods. So this is a way of modifying your ship, if I remember correctly.
If we wish to improve the fundamental capabilities of a ship, we must first be able to tear it apart and put it together again. For that, we will need nanite technology.
Okay, she says tasks required and acquire knights.
To help us develop effective engine modifications, we must be sure to have the best in antimatter sensor technology. You may expect the best to come from the scientific world, but no. It was the racing leagues who pushed sensors to new heights.
So engine sensors, and likely there will be, I'm not going to click on the other 2, but there'll be one for each of the other 2 as well. So we're not going to be able to do any of that. So why don't we, oh, really? You're going to tell me that every single time? Tell you what, let's just click on start research.
Please gather the required materials.
Okay, so we need energy cells, 2,000 of them, and advanced electronics, 100 of them. So there's a few ways of actually doing that. We don't have a station manager right now, so I could go and order one of my ships, and I probably should, because that's probably the easiest way of doing this. So we want advanced electronics, and we want energy cells. Okay, so we've already got ships, and we've already got filters. So let's take a look at the filters, trade filters. We want to configure them, not turn them on and off. And let me just get rid of the space bead for a second, and microchips. Let me just add a couple more. So we want energy cells and advanced electronics. Let's click OK. And you'll see now I can get a few of those. I think it was like 200 and 2,000, was it? Or something like that. What was the actual mission again? Extend. Does it not tell me on there? Not enough storage space. Container storage capacity 5,000. So while I'm actually going and getting this actually purchased, I am actually going to need a container storage module on the ship. On the station, I should say. So we need to extend the station as well. So property owned, right click, go to plan build, and let's take a look. We can probably just put the container storage attached right to the dock itself. Seems like a good place to put it. Storage module, container, and let's put that there. And then we just want to, whoops, that's a bit far down, really. Give me the storage module. I want to flip that and rotate it 90 degrees and then attach it to the side of the dock. And just like that, it snaps into place. And what we should be able to do as well is configure that to have a different spec, I think. Let me just see, first of all, how much is that actually going to cost? So estimated price to buy all resources, 175,000. What if I set high preset on there? Turrets 6, it will already configure them with turrets. And storage capacity is fine. So that's going to be fine on there. I want to make sure that this has enough money for that. Okay, and then we also need to reconfigure the, basically attach a builder again. So confirm the module changes, and then we need to just probably go into plan build or something like that and say we want to choose a builder. Go down at the bottom, zoom out. In fact, there's probably a construction vessel nearby, maybe. Is it left the area already? That's annoying. Okay, let's go and choose you. Doesn't matter which one. And everything's fine. So it's going to have to go and get Claytronics, energy cells, and other bits and pieces. However, while that thing is going on, just like the rest of our stations, we can then go and assign just like a personal transport for basically stuff. So we're going to go and get bits and pieces. So we got our transport ships down here, the Vulture Sentinels, and we've got them sitting around doing, well, basically nothing. Black Hole Sun 4, so 18 billion, Grand Exchange 3. And do any of them have cargo? You do not have cargo on you, so I'll use you. Yeah, so 506, you're going to get renamed. Name, let's just say, I don't know, manual cargo mover. There we go. Easy enough to see then. So, I'm going to want to go and buy some bits and pieces from wherever they are in the universe. We see we've got sold wares, advanced electronics. I'm going to want to buy 200 of them. So let's just buy, I think it said 200. I'll check later. Something like that anyway. So 201. Can we just click on that to get an exact amount? Yes, 200. Okay. Confirm. And we also want some energy cells. I'm not sure if we're going to queue them both at the same time. Maybe worthwhile checking that. But we have energy cells. We have a lot available. So why don't we just say I want, was it 2,000 or was it 20,000? Let's just say 2,000 for now. Again, I'll go and check it later, but principle of the thing. Okay, confirm. And then we'll be able to bring them back and move them into containers, but obviously only once we have containers to move them into. And my mistake, it was only 100 advanced electronics and 2,000 energy cells. Bear in mind, doesn't really much matter. We can obviously sell any extra. It's not really any problem. And when watching the map, instead of where I was going, I ended up inside a Roid again. So I'm stuck inside an asteroid, and it has nice yellow... Look, it has nice yellow crystals right there. And I can actually get them. Okay, can I pull them inside the geometry? Yep, seems perfectly fine as far as that's concerned to pull it inside the geometry. Unfortunately, I can't get out of here, because if I boost forwards, I hit the inside of the geometry. I just want to try a few things before I reload a save. Can we get up and get them to fly somewhere? I'm just going to not watch. Yep, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Why don't we just go back here and, I don't know, select my ship. Discover Vanguard and tell it to go and fly to there. And we're out. So if ever you get stuck inside geometry, yep, you can go away now. I don't need you anymore. I don't no longer need that ship. And do I have any stuff in my inventory that I can get rid of? Personal inventory. Inventory. Is there anything illegal? Yeah, there is. Let's get rid of that. Head interface unit there, and there's something else. We can use those for mods later. But it looks like we have other targets to play target practice with. What have we got? We've got a Xenon. That's good. 9 kilometers away. May as well take them down as well. Boost forwards a little bit and see if we can have a little bit of fun on our way back to Argon Prime, because that's where we need to go next, because we've got basically a reputation increase. Every time you get plus 10 or multiples of 10 with any faction, you get the ability to do more stuff. So why don't we just go and take a look at what we can do with that once I'm close enough to this ship. There we go. Hi. There's your shields. Thank you very much. I do like these guns. They're better than the original ones. You don't seem to be doing all that much. Ram speed? Okay, well, I'll destroy this guy. And then maybe we can go and head back to Argon Prime. There we go. Let's pull in all the loot. EMP missile Mark 1. Security description system will be illegal again. I'm just going to get rid of all the illegal stuff. I'm sure people in the comments are probably going to be, no, you need that. But hey, I'm just going to get rid of it for now. And people can tell me if I need it or not later. Anyway, back to Argon Prime it is. And I'll see you over there. And while I'm on the highway, we can go and quickly check if we will get any new ships. I think if we just zoom out all the way and head to any sort of faction sort of shipyard or wharf. In this case, we're going to go for the wharf because that has the medium ships. So buy ships, and let's go for medium class. And so there is Federation military ship license and Federation military ship license, and that is basically the medium class. And the small class, is there anything restricted? Eclipse Vanguard. Okay, and that's military ship license as well. Military ship license. Is that the same as the other one? Yeah, okay. So that may be plus 20 instead of plus 10. We'll see. We'll see what licenses become available. I can't tell what the licenses are, unfortunately, until we get to the representative, but they should give us a little speech and a pat on the back and the ability to do more stuff. Now we're here at the shipyard. Hopefully have a place to dock. And let's go and see what our reward is. So off we get.
Successfully docked.
Yeah, let's get out, and they can come out of the cupboard, and we can go and find out.
We're pleased to welcome you aboard.
Yeah, thank you. Faction representative's office. Okay, no, that's not the representative's office. What?
Hello.
Please don't walk in through the door. You're walking through the door. That's just immersion breaking. Okay. Right, before I do that, how much money do I have? I have 11.2 million and not much else coming in. I've got a whole bunch of full ships though, so
It's good to see you,
get another 3 million. Licenses, so we can take a look. Federation Trade Offer subscription, if you want to know what that is, that basically means you don't have to have any satellites in the Argon, for the Argon stations. That will give you live information for every single station. Very handy. It costs 10 million. It's quite a lot. Police license is obviously far more attainable, but we can't take that. The first one requires Relation 10, which we're about to get.
Good luck out there.
But let's take a look.
Good to see
So,
you, friend.
receive rank.
We've been watching your work with great interest and wanted to reward you for it.
Great.
I'm pleased to present you with a new rank amongst our organization.
Do I get money?
Of course, this rank comes with great benefits.
Money.
These benefits are tied to the rank, so if you lose the rank, the benefits go too. But with your record, I'm sure we won't have to worry about that. I hope you find these rewards fit into the work you've done and make the most of them.
You're not going to give me any money, are
and
you?
You may also find that certain organizations under our jurisdiction now have interest in you joining their ranks. Once again, thank you for your efforts. We look forward to working with you more in the future. Good luck out there.
Okay, so now we're friend of the Federation. Let's go and take a look at the wharf again. So let's zoom out, head over here. Can we actually buy anything extra in here? So buy ships. And let's look in small size. Yep, we can buy all of the ships. So heavy fighters. And how about medium? Yep, we can. So if we wanted to get a gunboat, we could. Minotaur or Cerberus Vanguard. So this has, well, let's take a look. How many gun points do we have in a gunboat? You imagine a few, but not quite as many as you might think. 2. And 2 turrets, though. That's, you know, not to be ignored, although they're not quite as good as guns. Forward-facing guns are always the best option there, really. And, of course, we got... oh, no, we got 2 more turrets at the back. Okay, so that's the Cerberus. And how about the Minotaur? Okay, that looks to be... looks more like a transport than anything else. Just saying. But that, again, only has 2 forward-facing guns. Not a great deal. So let's take a look at the small size of ships. We have the Eclipse and the Quasar. So let's take a look at the Eclipse. That's more like it. That's more like it indeed. That's got 4 forward-facing guns.
Hello there.
It has 2 shield sections, and then we've got engines as well, I suppose. 252,000, absolutely going to actually get this. So, what do we want? Engines. We've got some options as to different types. I'm going to go for Mark III engines. I'm going to go for all-round ones at the moment. We'll probably swap these in because different factions have different ratings on engines and shields and guns, etc. Argons are not the best in all of them. So just investigate the different ones you can go and get, and that'll do. So there we go. We'll just get these going to start off with. All-round, start off with. Shield Mark III, and 2 of them, remember, so you're going to need to have both of those upgraded. And then we're into the weapons. So if you remember, I think we're on pulse lasers. And I could just go ahead with pulse lasers at the moment. And we could go for that. But I'm going to leave it open to you as to what your favourite weapon is in the game. And you can put it down in the comments below. And we'll probably take a look at some of those options. For now, I'm going to keep them the same as what we have in our current ship. Just because they're convenient. But pulse lasers will be good. We want docking computers. We want all the good stuff. Police scanner, targeting computer extension. And then we want to make sure we've got bits and pieces. So 10 satellites, 10 nav beacons, 10 resource probes, and then maybe a few advanced satellites. We can get some other stuff, bits and pieces. I don't really much care about that, but I will load up on those. We'll get a pilot and some service crew. You can get some Marines. Marines let you capture things. There's some downsides as well from doing that, but if you can take a look, that's 2.6 million for a small fighter. So, yeah. But I think we're going to go for it. So, new player ship it is. Confirm the order. And will that actually start up immediately? Well, I guess we better see on the wharf. Well, if I can see down here. 3 minutes. It's not started counting down, so it's probably waiting for parts. Never mind. I'll switch to that next episode, because we are approaching the end of the episode now. And while we're here,
good to see you, friend.
I'm going to purchase that police license.
Good luck out there.
It's only 150,000. And we get auto-saving. And here we are. I've moved over to our own wharf, and now we're just waiting for the construction of our ship. I may well just fly off and do some more missions and stuff while that actually happens. It just really depends on how fast the construction materials come in. It is a small ship, not a medium, so it won't be down here anywhere. That's one of it. I think that may well be one of my cargo ships. But yeah, my Jaguar's on this station as well, so my original ship. I don't want to keep on tying up all the ports. So yeah, I'm probably going to transfer the captain. She who folds herself into the ship cupboard. I'm going to transfer across to the new ship, I think, or maybe even hire a new person. We can go and take a look at people and see how much they cost. You are 2-star pilots, so we could get one of the cargo ships to come in here and swap you as the pilots. That is a good option for you if you wanted to do that. If you find any 3-star pilots, definitely send one of your ships there and get them to take over the duties. Then you can set them to basically set to trade with a range, or you can set auto trade for the traders, or indeed distribute wares. They both do very similar things. We'll come on to what they do differently in a future episode. But for now, that's a player headquarters sort of configured with Bozo Tar. That is a new player ship, friend of the Federation, and that's pretty much good for one episode. See you next episode, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. You can, of course, subscribe. Oh, really? You're going to say that in my outro? Really? As I said, you can subscribe, like the video, or indeed, if you want to, click on the bell to get notifications. And see you next time for some more X4.